Gaslight. Google defines gaslight as a noun and a verb. The noun is defined as a type of lamp in which an incandescent mantle is heated by a jet of burning gas. Incandescent is both a source of light and passionate emotion. Ironic how I could never get him to show anything other than a smirk, but he still felt like my flame. I was drawn to him in ways I had never felt before, and he let me get close. So close, in fact, that I convinced myself the burning I felt time after time again was love. The verb, on the other hand, is to manipulate using psychological methods into questioning their own sanity or powers of reasoning. How can two definitions of the same thing be so far apart? Incandescent meaning emitting light, and boy did he light up when he laughed. It was almost never because of me. It felt like changing the rotation of the earth to get him to love me, but I'd do it. And I did. And he would always make sure no one knew. His light was always brighter around others, making sure mine dimmed in the process. I didn't realize smothering my light for his was a form of manipulation, because how can I be cold in the dark when his fire is the brightest? I'll just stay close to his light. Why should I tend my fire when this is bright enough for the both of us? He always had to be in the room with me or near me when we hung out with others, but would get upset when I wanted to do something outside of him. Of course, he could grow brighter and hotter without me, too, with his friends, not with mine. Rose-colored glasses don't even begin to cover it. I had a welding mask over my eyes, his brilliant sparks of blue and orange, a magnificent display of his love for me, never realizing that just inches from my face was hot lava scorching enough to peel flesh from bone. No flag is a red flag when he points them out himself, labeling them as personality traits. Every time a friend or mentor or, God forbid, my parents came close enough to move the mask that was cemented from my face, he was there with glue and tape to reinforce his perfect, secluded partner. He was oxygen to my small incandescent flame. He had the ability to light me up brighter and brilliant, but could simply smother me with just one look. He had isolated me, made himself my only confidant, and stripped me of everything I knew as myself. I was completely and utterly alone, nursing my small, flickering flame when he wasn't around, careful to keep it out of sight when we were together. When he told me I wasn't bright enough, that I wasn't what he wanted anymore, I gaslit myself. I was so engrossed in his fire that I would put out my own to be a part of his. When the suggestion was offered, he dismissed it and left my small, barely flickering flame to choke. I felt my flame die. But the thing about flames is, if the remains are still smoking, it can be saved. In my smoking, charred remains, I gathered tinder and fanned my small flame back to life. I withstood every fucking storm that dared to extinguish my incandescent light. I am the incandescent light emitting from the brightest lamp in all of its dented and bronzed beauty. And I refuse to be dimmed by any light that is even half as bright as mine, because I finally know how to kindle my own flame.